Hi, I'm Erin, and this is my dog Haddie. She is about 2 or 3 years old, they're not sure, and we live in Los Angeles, California. Haddie's backstory is a pretty unfortunate one. She was rescued from a dogfighting operation where she served as what's called a bait dog, which is as horrible as it sounds. It's generally a smaller breed of a dog that they take and use to train the bigger, I guess, fighting dogs to be both aggressive towards other dogs and to be competitive against other dogs. So they will typically find a way to incapacitate the smaller dog, the bait dog, chained to a tree or something, and will just have the fighting dogs go at him over and over again. She was rescued by an amazing woman in the beginning of this year. I believe it was in January, who contacted this organization that's based out of San Diego called Mutt Scouts. They took her in, of course, and spearheaded a whole thing of getting her the care she needed. The skin around her face was so damaged from repetitive injury that it had to be removed along with her right eye. So they did that. They bandaged her up and started getting her on her way to health and getting her ready for her new home. So I decided to rescue versus purchasing from a breeder for all the reasons that anybody would. There are so many dogs and animals of all kinds that are waiting for homes, that are in shelters, that are on euthanasia lists, and there's no reason, as far as I'm concerned, to pay an exorbitant amount of money for a dog when you can get one that's just as perfect in every way from a shelter, and one that really needs a home. I never even considered going to a breeder. I chose to rescue Haddie in particular, or to adopt Haddie in particular. She was already rescued. Was that I had lost my previous dog. She had to be put to sleep in May of this year. She had a very fast-growing brain tumor, and I was absolutely devastated. She had been with me for almost 9 years. She was also a rescue, and so I gave myself a couple months to kind of, heal a little bit. And then I started going online to all of the local shelters, and then I ended up on a site called petfinder.com. Haddie, who had a different name at the time, was one of the dogs that kept showing up. She was not the dog I was looking for, just because I wanted a dog that was going to be small. My last dog, Ellie, was about 4.5 pounds. I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted a little scruffy thing. I was kind of looking for something that was like a, Ellie part 2 or something. But I kept seeing Haddie, and I kept looking at her profile and kept seeing if she had been adopted yet and everything. And so finally I just decided that I needed to just finally apply for her. And adjusting to having her at home and for her to be at home, it was nice. It was pretty simple, actually. I knew going in that she was gonna have some emotional issues. I was told that she couldn't be around other dogs. I knew that I was gonna have to apply medication to her still healing snout, and that she has to wear sunscreen every time she goes outside on that area. So I knew all that, and I just spent the first week, couple days, month, I don't know. I work from home now, all the days blur together. Just making sure that she got onto a routine, that she got lots of scratches, walks, and just that she was loved and safe. She came with a crate, which is kind of her little, safe spot when she wants to go and be alone. I didn't want to push her into doing anything that she was uncomfortable with, so I kind of let her lead. But just also always make her feel like she was safe. To know that she was safe. Haddie's favorite thing in the world is to straight up murder squeaky toys. She loves to play fetch, but she is just as happy to sit on her blanket or on the couch and just squeak at the toys, just squeak, squeak, squeak. She has destroyed and de-squeakified so many toys that I think it defies, there's got to be some sort of record about this. I'm not sure. I do find myself kind of bumming people out a lot. The way she looks, it naturally invites questions, and I'm happy to spread awareness about everything that she's gone through. But when you go on a walk and have to tell 4 different people about the reality of dog fighting and the existence of a bait dog, it's a little awkward. It's either people who have never seen the actual reality of what a dog fighting victim looks like, or who have never heard of a bait dog. I have to break that news to them, and sometimes it's multiple times a day. So when that happens, I try to acknowledge that, yes, that was horrible, but keep in mind she has this whole team of people and supporters and veterinarians and volunteers and just champions who have gotten her to where she is today. One kind of misperception, kind of myth about rescuing dogs that I don't like and I think should be corrected is that you don't know what you're getting, or they might have so much trauma from their background that they're not going to be good with kids, or they're not going to be good with whatever, they're not going to be trainable. And the fact is that even if you go to a breeder and get a specific breed of dog that's known for any of those attributes, you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, you could get the one golden retriever that just hates people, Meanwhile, you can get a Haddie who, when she was first put up on the Instagram account for Mutt Scouts, they got a lot of comments that were like, that you need to put her down. She's never gonna have a good life. She's never gonna get over the physical pain. She's never gonna get over the emotional trauma. This is cruel to keep her alive. She's never gonna live a normal life. And she's living an absolutely normal life. I put an ointment on her skin as it continues to heal. I'll probably always have to do that. I do that at night. She wears some sunscreen anytime we go outside. And I just have to be aware that her depth perception is a little wonky, only having one eye. And if I want her attention, I want to approach her from the left. So, I mean, she's the smartest. She knows commands already. She's gotten over her fear of dogs. She's the happiest, smartest, she's so well adjusted. It's incredible. So, a rescue dog can absolutely be just as much of a great, family dog, well-trained dog, anything. Best part of rescuing Haddie definitely has been seeing her personality emerge. She was afraid of dogs when I first got her. They told me that she would probably never be comfortable in a 2-dog house. And for the first 2 months or so, that was the case. We would go on walks and she got freaked out anytime she would see a dog or hear a dog outside, the window. And now she absolutely loves other dogs. She wants to play with every dog in the world, which she doesn't always understand that not every dog wants to play with her. So the adoption process was fairly straightforward. I turned in an application. They called me and did a virtual walkthrough, because of the pandemic. And then we did an interview where they got an idea about who I was, and you gotta have only so much that you can read on an application. They contacted my references, as far as I know, and then after they mulled it over, they decided to offer me the chance. So yeah, it was I think it was pretty clear that it was going to be a good matchup for us. You can find your perfect dog in something that you never expected. I certainly did. Yeah, that's the story of Erin and Haddie. She's a very, very good dog. and I'm very, very lucky. And out.